Thursdays. I will be sharing some opportunities with you in the sector. So if we could get the slide to go to the next page. I'll start with some funding opportunities which you can access in the landscape. And we have three quick opportunities which I'll share with you right now. And there are lots more, of course, on our funding page on the Nourishing Africa Hub. So the first of which I'll be sharing with you is a grant opportunity coming from the Aspire Coronation Trust Foundation. And the deadline to apply for that is the November 7th. That is in a few days' time. This opportunity will soon close. So please go apply to it right away. It's open to people from all countries in Africa. And the second one is a debt financing opportunity coming from the WE4F, and it is open to anyone from the sub-Saharan Africa. And it is designed to look for innovators and bring them debt financing opportunities to be able to grow their business. And then we have the equity financing opportunity coming from AgDevco, and it also is open to businesses from all around sub-Saharan Africa, with just a few exceptions, Botswana, Mauritius, South Africa, and the likes. This is an equity financing opportunity, so AgDevco would be investing in your business. All these opportunities are available on the Nourishing Africa Hub. I'm sure my colleagues will be sharing links in the chat, so you could go right there to access these three opportunities and lots more. Now, in terms of capacity building opportunities, we have three incubation opportunities coming to you, and they are all open to all countries. Now, for the first one, we will be looking at one from Tribe Accelerator, and it is open to all countries. And this is a 3-month virtual acceleration program with a deadline for November 5th. Another being from Kenya, for businesses from Kenya, and it is called the Enable Youth Kenya program. It's an incubation program with a deadline for November 24th. And then we have the Bridges for Enterprise Incubation Program, are open to all countries with a rolling deadline. So please, again, use the links in the chat and go apply to these opportunities right away. And in terms of events, we have events from time to time, which could be useful for your businesses. And in the month of November, we have 3 events we would like you to join in. The first to be the 7th African Summit on Entrepreneurship and Innovation, which is otherwise called Ascenti. Nourishing Africa is heavily involved in this program, so definitely we all want you to be a part of this program. It will be starting on November 5th, running to November 6th. And also we have the Attracting Youth into the Agriculture and Food Space happening on November 11th. It is an online webinar. And we have the Lagos SME Bootcamp for businesses based in Nigeria. That is a physical event actually happening in Lagos, and that will be on November 13th, 2021. So once again, do register for this event. And when it comes to training and workshops, we have a variety of courses, online courses, which you can access through Nourishing Africa. I'll be sharing about 3 of them here, but do check out our trainings and workshops page for lots more. The first of which is the Weave Academy workshop. The Weave Academy workshop would be running a training workshop from the 17th of this month to the 19th of this month. We also have the Value Chain Management Specialization course brought to you by the Institute brought to you by the University of Illinois. And also we have the Future Learn training brought to you by Future Learn. The theme is about tackling the scale-up challenge. And last but not the least, we have an area of podcasts, which we share regularly, podcasts and recorded webinars from various industry experts and successful entrepreneurs who will be sharing their knowledge, their insights, their experience with you so that you can use it to grow your business. These are some of the podcasts you can access on the hub. If you're looking to build your brand's visibility, then you definitely should check out our podcasts with Janet Machuka. And if you're looking for insights concerning dairy production in Africa, check out our podcast with Fisai Kayode, sorry. And then check out lots more podcasts on our platform. We regularly put in new content there. So go to the hub right away using the links in the chat and discover all these opportunities. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ola, for sharing all of those opportunities for you. Again, I would like to emphasize that we are here to scale agri-food entrepreneurs across the continent. And if you are yet to check out those opportunities, please go to the hub right away. Many more, lots more are available in the hub. So very quickly before we proceed, would like to take a very quick poll to know you better, understand where you're calling us from, where you're dialing into this event from, and understand so many other things. So it's just a really short poll. We've launched that right now, and we will keep it open until we start the speaker session. Just so there are no distractions, we'll take it down right when we proceed into the speaker session. So please take a few seconds to answer the polls. We will share the poll results so we know, where you're joining us from and your expectations for this event, just so we know if we meet your expectations or not. So going forward, we will launch our agribusiness registered directory. So this session is very dear to our hearts, this first Thursday session today, because we've seen that agri SMEs across the continent are very interested in connecting with each other, and there is no better way to connect than with connecting through associations and networks, hence this session. And so as Nourishing Africa, we've put together a directory that will enable you to do so. I'll leave this to my colleague, Jane, who is going to explain about this directory and how you can access the information on the directory on the Nourishing Africa Hub. So Jane, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ramat. I'm honestly honored to be hosting the launch of the Nourishing Africa Agribusiness Association Directory. I hope somehow my excitement for this particular directory will rub off on everybody so that we can all check out this directory immediately after this is done. So let's get right into it. Agribusiness associations are really essential in the development of African agricultural landscape, and they play important roles in the advocacy, the support, and the shaping of policies in the sector. However, it was surprising to know that a lot of SMEs, a lot of entrepreneurs barely know of the existence of these associations that could help them to scale their business, that could help them to network, and also these associations that could help them in shaping policies in their landscapes. Now, with the Agribusiness Associations Directory, entrepreneurs can now easily search for associations within their regions or value chains and other focus areas. Now, at Nourishing Africa, what we really aim for with this directory is to make sure that information of the various agribusiness associations are easily accessible to everyone. So everyone here right now can easily go to the associations directory page, search for whatever associations they're interested in, or just look generally within their value chain and find associations that they can fit into. We also aim that this associations directory will encourage entrepreneurs to actively participate in this association. So it's not just about joining associations now, but also being active in these associations in order for you to contribute positively in shaping the policies that affect your value chain and even the landscape in general. We also aim that many SMEs will be connected with these associations. I mean, we found out that a lot of entrepreneurs work in silos, and that does not work if you want to build a sustainable and a bigger business. So you have to network, you have to associate with as many other entrepreneurs in the landscape as you can. You have to collaborate with other entrepreneurs. And this is why we also launched this association directory, so that you can easily find associations that you can fit into, and you can easily network with other entrepreneurs within your value chain or even within your region. Another thing that Nourishing Africa aims to achieve with this directory is to encourage SMEs to be able to scale their businesses. So like I said earlier, networking and working together helps entrepreneurs to scale their businesses. I mean, you may never know, you would find new providers, new suppliers, new customers with these associations. And most of these associations also have platforms that allow entrepreneurs to come up with their products, to source for products, to advertise their products, and many other advantages that these associations have. So I'll hold up on giving you advantages of associations, as we have a couple of representatives who will be speaking later on, who would also tell you a lot more about the benefit of association. So just give me a moment to share my screen. I will be taking you all on a virtual tour of the Nourishing Africa Agribusiness Association directory.
Jane, we can't see your screen.
Please give me a moment. It's about to come up just now.
Okay, so while we wait for Jane's screen to come up, I would like to say that for the associations, you're going to see a quite number of associations and networks. And if you belong to an association, first I would implore that we go right to the link. I am sure that a colleague has dropped the link in the chat. We visit the link and we go through. And if you see any association or you belong to an association that is meant to be in that hub, please reach out to us so that you can actually let us know and we can add that to the directory. We want a robust database where agri-SMEs, agribusiness development experts, development partners can actually be able to find and connect with these associations, and by direct results with the SMEs that are networking and connected to each association. So please ensure to visit the link. Jane, still waiting for your screen.
My apologies, I'm facing a couple of technical issues.
Okay, in the meantime, I'll just launch the poll results then, just so we do not lag on the time. So we have quite a number of people who have filled the poll. So thank you so much for filling the poll. And this result is on the screen right now. So I see that we have 71% of people who have joined us from West Africa. People always tune into First Thursdays from the West African region. So thank you and welcome to First Thursdays once more. And I see a number of people from East Africa as well and from Southern Africa. We welcome you all. And of course, we hope that next time we're going to see lots more numbers from other regions. And please share First Thursdays with your colleagues and other SMEs in the landscape. Now, as for expectations, I see that many of us are interested in discovering new opportunities. Again, I would direct you right to the Nourishing Africa Hub. We've shared quite a number of opportunities, and I would expect that you will be able to connect with these opportunities. And I see that many of us own or work for agribusinesses. Ray, thank you so much, all of these SMEs who have joined us today. We really believe and hope that First Thursdays and of course other opportunities at Nourishing Africa can help you in one way or the other to develop resilient, sustainable, and of course profitable businesses. And for those of you who are looking to start an agribusiness, of course, head over to Nourishing Africa Hub. There is a lot of information, tons of information that can help you get started. And when you do start, connect with the Nourishing Africa community to learn from other entrepreneurs who have walked the talk. Now, for those of you who already belong to local networks, regional networks, that is fantastic. We really hope that you're getting value for those communities. And of course, Nourishing Africa is one of such communities that you definitely need to belong to. For those, I see that 75% of those in attendance belong to Nourishing Africa as well. For our members, we know you are our real MVPs, you are our VVIPs, and you know how much we treasure you. So thank you for attending First Thursdays. We sincerely believe that your membership is adding value to your businesses. And of course, there's lots more in stock for you. For those who are yet to be members, please join the Nourishing Africa Hub if you own an agri-food SME operating in Africa and you are serious about scaling your business. With Nourishing Africa, you cannot go wrong. I believe the link will be dropped in the chat for you to connect with the Nourishing Africa platform. So I believe we'll go on next. Jane, if you're still having problems sharing your screen, let's go on to the speaker session. We can always come back to the launch if that's not possible at this time.
Okay, I'm sure that everyone can see my screen right now, and I am so excited to formally welcome everyone to the African Agricultural Associations directory page. And this is the page where you can get all the information you need about associations, agricultural associations in Africa. I'm sure by now my colleagues have dropped the link to this page in the chat box so that as we are going through this here, you can also on your own time look through the page and check out the different functionalities. You can also do it alongside with me and check out the functionalities as we go on. But first of all, we have to go on a quick tour. And then this is how the associations directory page looks like. And you can see that we have quite a number of associations already listed on this website. So going through, you can either decide to go through each page to check for associations that you fit into, or you can make use of our different search functionalities, which is my favorite part of this page, by the way. So for our different search functionalities, you're going to come up here and just search keywords. For example, you're in agricultural marketing and you're looking for a particular association to fit into that is in marketing. And then you can just come in here and search for marketing. And of course, the hub will quickly provide you with results on associations that are associated with agricultural marketing. And then you can pick from whatever the ones you want and then get the contact information and reach out to the contact person for the association and also follow up on how you can be a part of the association. There are other search filters on this page too, and you can have one by country in terms of just searching through the country that you either do business in or the country that you are currently and join the association. Or you can go through the focus area and just check for the different, your value chain in here. You can, if you're in food fortification, food processing, nutrition, whatever value chain it is, I'm sure you would find an association for you here. Another exciting thing is that you can actually search for your country and your focus area. So in terms of if you're in Ghana and you're into extension services, for instance, and you're looking for associations to join, you can always go here and click on Ghana and go here and click on extension services. And of course, you would find the association for you. Finally, before I leave, I would like to say that we would love further suggestions for other associations that could be included on this page. So if you are part of associations or if you run associations and you've searched the hub and it's not here, you can always come on here and add an association. You fill up the details of the particular association and then you submit. Of course, it would have to be reviewed by my team first and then it will be approved if found legit, and it would be out there for everyone to come and search and see. So this page is very useful for both the owners or organizers or people who run these associations, and for the rest of you, our entrepreneurs who are interested in joining these associations. I trust that you all will make use of this page appropriately in terms of finding associations that you fit in and making sure that you are active in these associations to influence your value chain, the policies in your value chain, and so many other wonderful things that you can benefit from being in different associations. That brings me to the end of my presentation, and thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jane. I would emphasize what Jane has said in terms of the usefulness of this page for both the organizations who run these associations and of course the agri-SMEs. And of course the third party would be any other people or folks out there who are interested in learning more about how networks and associations are actually influencing policies and other ecosystem changes in the agriculture landscape. So moving rapidly on, I need the screen back on. So we can move on. But moving rapidly on, we're going to go right into the speaker session. So we're both waiting for all of us to share their insights with us. But first, we have a guest appearance from Ikechukwu Amajoyi. I really do hope I am not butchering your name, Ikechukwu. So if you're there, please share your video and let's know that you're connected at the moment. So I'll go on to read his brief profile. Ikechukwu is the founder of KR Foods Nigeria. KL Foods aims to address the menace of palm oil adulteration by providing a healthier choice for the cooking needs of Nigerians. Its business core vision is to be focused on palm oil brand of choice in every home in Nigeria and for African food enterprise enthusiasts across the globe. Welcome Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu is a member of the Nourishing Africa Hub, and we want him to share a bit of his experience for the next few minutes to tell us more about how networking in the Hub and really any other association he belongs to has helped his business. Ikechukwu, over to you. Ikechukwu, are you there? I cannot hear you, but I can see that you're muted. Can a team member at Nourishing Africa confirm if it's just me?
No, we can't hear him either.
Oh, that's strange.
If you can hear us, we cannot hear you.
Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see. Let's give this one more try. Otherwise, we'll move on. Ikechukwu, are you there? You can use the chat if you're having any difficulties, so we know how to help you. Okay, I think we can move on. We still have a long way to go. We have our breakout rooms. We need to hear from our speakers. And of course, we need to hear from the participants as well. There's room for everybody on this session. So we can always come back to Ikechukwu. So right away, I will go into insights from our speakers. We have a variety from across the continent. We have Adonye Oluyemi from ITA here in Nigeria. We have Kofi from YPAD in Ghana. We have Dennis from Uganda, and we have Aziz from CAPS in Nigeria as well. But CAPS operates across the continent. So we're super excited to be hearing from all of these 4 wonderful speakers who are going to be telling us more about the associations, the impact and reach and the potentials to help agri-SMEs to scale exponentially. So I am going to invite first, we can move the slide. I'm going to invite all of these speakers to actually introduce themselves so we can be hearing from the horse's mouth directly. So I'm going to invite first Oluyemi Adonye to give us a presentation. So in terms of format, just really quickly before Adonye comes on, we're going to hear from the speakers for about 5 minutes or so, and then we will go into the breakout rooms where we're going to be interacting with each of them. You have liberty to join any breakout room of your choice based on their presentation and their quest to know more. But first, let's hear from them. So Adonye, if you can share your video and your audio, let's check that for functionality, and then we can go right into it.
Okay, hello everyone.
Awesome. Can see
am I going to share my screen from here, or would you be sharing that from where you are?
Yes, please share your screen.
Okay.
On the backup in case there is any difficulty.
Okay, I'll do that quickly. If you just give me a moment. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. And thank you very much for having me. So today I'll be speaking about what IITA's work has been in terms of engaging.
Your screen is not yet up. We can see a folder, but not the presentation. So I think
okay.
Yeah, click on the presentation.
Okay. Let me try again. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, it's up.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adonye Oluyemi. I work with IITA, and like the host has said, I have just 5 minutes to explain to you what IITA has done in terms of supporting youth in agriculture, and I'll do that quickly so we can have some time to interact at the end of the presentations we'll be having. So just a brief about IITA. IITA is a leading research institution that focuses on providing support to small farmers through novel research work that brings about innovative technological solutions. And this could be variety, this could be processes, this could be equipment and the likes that could support agriculture. And the aim is to improve livelihood, to enhance food and nutrition security, increase employment opportunities, and in the process also preserve natural resource integrity. These are some of the mandate crops IIT is working with at the moment. So we're involved in maize, cassava, yam, soybean, cowpea, coffee, and cocoa, banana, and plantain. So for a long time, IIT has been involved in just 6 mandate crops, but one of the 2 recent additions is cocoa and the coffee. So about the Youth Agripreneurs Program, we all know that there's a problem of youth unemployment since Africa is home to the youngest population in the world. So it makes sense that youth employment is more significant for young adults. And so the model is really designed to support or redirect unemployed youth towards careers in modern agriculture. And really what that means is really connecting youth through the technologies IIT is able to provide, but then scaling that through the agricultural ecosystem, agribusiness ecosystem. So youth are not just learning about the technical aspect, but are able to convert this to business opportunities, profitable business ventures. And it started in 2012. It was based upon experiential learning, that's learning by doing. And then there were lots of pilot enterprises that were established to support profitable enterprise development. The pictures to the right are just depicting some of the enterprises that have been set up over the years, that since 2012. So we have greenhouse farming just in the picture. We have catfish production in earthen ponds, concrete pond, hatchery technologies, poultry, and then other crop production. And then we also focus on capacity building to build not just the technical skills, the entrepreneurial and soft skills of young men and women. And very quickly, the model that was being propagated at that time was quickly recognized as a potent solution to address youth unemployment. That's through bridging the skill gap. Now, this is the IYE model that is being used. So the first starts with mobilization, and it doesn't just start with mobilization of youth, it starts with mobilization of also stakeholders that are able to support youth. So we know that sometimes beyond the scope of what IIT is doing, we need other support from other very strong institutions that are involved in maybe other enterprises, profitable enterprises. So we work with that, we work with the private sector, we work with maybe other institutions, that financial institutions that are able to provide some form of funding or other needs that the youth would require. So we do that mobilization before we go through the selection of the youth. So we try to select 50% male and 50% women. That's equal gender representation. And the next step for us is to change the mindset of the youth, to rearrange them to be able to see agriculture as profitable and to see that business can be done in a new way, in a novel way, in an innovative way that bring about profits and then prosperity for everyone. And then next thing is training to build their skill sets. I think I talked about that earlier. And through whatever system we're using to train, I'll talk about that in my coming slides. We support them to see how the businesses are established. And after you're able to go through that process, through training, experiential learning, and learning about how the business operates, we introduce them to mentors that are able to support them for enterprise development. So whatever the category of youth you are working with, because we're not restricted to just educated youth. We work with rural youth, we work with educated, non-educated youth. We try to see that at the end of the day, they're able to develop some form of enterprises, or they are able to access better employment opportunities within the agricultural sector. Now, just a brief of some of the models we've tried in the past. We've had short duration trainings, which is really very focused and specific to maybe commodity or then technological solutions. We've also tried an incubation programs where you learn every single aspect of the business, and then that really helps them to see the details of each aspect. So we're not just talking about the practice of growing fish, for example. We're talking about how to keep your records, talking about how to market your products, how to sell, how to package, and the likes. And we've also tried the agribusiness park model. And the reason we've tried these models is just because we realize that youth at different levels have needs, right? So I'm for you to launching them as entrepreneurs. And the pictures below, I mean, it's so we're not speaking to you based on figures we saw on the internet. They are based on figures that we've seen ourselves in the businesses that we have enterprises been able to run. And irrespective of the model that is being used, like I mentioned earlier, the focus is still the training to build the technical, entrepreneurial, and soft skills, and then experiential learning, enterprise development, and then we actually give due consideration to value chain integration, because sometimes we realize that there are more opportunities in some areas than other areas. For example, in Nigeria, where I live, we have more production going on in the north for some grains because it's more profitable there. So we look at all those considerations and we select the enterprises based on country needs, based on state needs, and based on how the markets are organized. And then the last but not the final definitely is mentorship and coaching to support both their entrepreneurial and technical aspects. So what that means is that as you are receiving support in how to grow your business in terms of the technical parts, maybe adopting the technologies and then responding to maybe some of the risks that you face. You're also getting that in terms of entrepreneurial aspects, like being able to develop your business plan, being able to pitch your business plan, and being able to access financial resources, as the case may be. Now, so over the years, we've been able to reach out to over 21,000 youths in 15 African countries. Now, so the IITA Youth Agripreneurs has scaled predominantly through the IITA hubs. IITA is present in a lot of African countries, and so we scaled through that. But not just that, we learned so many other partners that we work with to reach out to youth. So it's pretty much a collaboration and integration of our model with whatever work they are doing. And so we reached 21,000 direct and then about 100,000 indirect beneficiaries. Now, in terms of our experience, this is what we're able to offer. And then really we've dealt with micro enterprises. By the definition of micro enterprises in Nigeria, it says a business that has employees, about 1 to 9 employees. So we'll say we work with entrepreneurs that are just starting, right? So it's more about helping them to see how to start, helping those that have already started, but giving them that push to establish better. And so that's some of the things we're able to offer. Resource mobilization, we know it's very critical. Grants are good, but grants are not readily available all the time. So we help them, support them to get loans. And so these loans, what we try to do is to interact with the banks because before the loans are ready. So we try to influence them and give them based on our technical experience, how they should organize their loans and the loan packages. So if it's starter, we tell them, okay, give single digits, try to have like a longer period, so they are able to the youth are better able to pay back, and then we provide some form of market linkages. IITA is a very strong international organization, and then we have linkages with any other parties maybe, and then we also organize networking and exhibition events where we've seen so many success stories of youths being able to reach out to angel investors as a result of that platform and then network with other youths. And then we also organize technology outreach program. So this pretty much means that if you've been trained by IITA before, and then there's a new technology or innovation,
Hi, Olivia, you're breaking up.
So okay, this is the better way to do it. I'll give you hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
we can hear you, but we have a few seconds to wind.
Okay, I'm done. I'm actually almost done. Yeah. So and this is just some of the enterprises that have been established the course of our work. There are lots of them, but these are just some of the entrepreneurs we are really proud of. Someone was able to get a loan of about 2 million for business through our own support. One was able to start with personal funding, and one had to scale through different enterprise developments based on needs. I hope I did not offend the organizers by extending beyond the time, but thank you very much for listening to me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Oluyemi. I am well familiar with the work at IITA, and I can tell and I can say that you are doing an amazing work. And of course, agri-food entrepreneurs in the country definitely need to plug into that opportunity. So you will hear more from Oluyemi in the breakout session. So stay plugged in if you want to hear more and ask her direct questions. So we'll move very swiftly to Kofi. Kofi, I hope you're nearby. So we will hear from from YPAD about your activities in the landscape. So over to you, Kofi. Your microphone is on mute.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for the invitation and thanks for connecting. I'll just share with you in a brief moment on YPAD. YPAD is a Young Professionals for Agricultural Development. Now, youth participation in agribusiness is very crucial because we are the future of agriculture. But it's been noticed that youth often lack guidance and support necessary to fully contribute to the development of their community and even the sector in which they work. And lack of support for youth does not only lead to unemployment and collapse of youth-owned businesses, but also it prolongs that kind of cycle that we have of underdevelopment and then poverty within our communities. And this is what calls for associations and networks like YPAD. Like I said, YPAD is the Young Professionals for Agricultural Development. And this is an international movement by, is my screen moving, please? Okay.
It's moving now.
Yeah, YPAD is an international movement by young professionals for agricultural development. And we operate as a network. We're not really a formalized institution. And we are a global online and offline communication and discussion platform. And we are meant to enable young professionals fully contribute to innovative agricultural development. YPAD itself was set up after a global meeting where it was realized that there's a limited number of youth involved in decision-making around the development of the food systems. And so YPAD was launched in 2006. And ever since, we've been able to build a network of 15,000 youth across the globe, and then 6,000 in Africa. I'll show a slide of the number of countries, the number of countries that we have later on in my submission. But I would want to quickly go to our strategic objectives, our strategic aims as YPAD. And our first is to ensure the long sustainability of YPAD because of what it stands for and what it's able to do in our community, so that we'll be able to continually build and develop youth to contribute to sustainable food systems. So our second aim is to be a key influencer in the strategic direction of youth engagement and sustainable food systems. And like I've already mentioned, we enable young people shape sustainable food systems. And we want to continue to be an innovative and supportive global team. Yeah, so with all these objectives I have mentioned, I know the obvious is that you would be asking, what do we do? So as YPAD, our activities to achieve our objectives are actually, they are very powerful, and we divide them into four. The first is to build a strong network. By building a strong network, we link up with organizations and individuals to run our programs. And with this, in current times, we have had an engagement with the Africa Leadership Academy, and then FARA, the Forum for Agricultural Research in Africa. That's YPAD's host in Africa. We have come together to put together a youth mentorship program. We also have a youth internship program as well. And belonging to a network such as ours opens you up to these opportunities that come up. And of course, we would have to search within our network before we go outside and share these opportunities. Also, we have in recent times had an engagement with FAO and Ricolto, where we hold entrepreneurship trainings and workshops. And yeah, these are part of the organizations that we link up with to build youth's potential in contributing to the agricultural sector and sustainable food systems. In recent past, also, we've had engagement with the MasterCard Foundation, and that has also been a mentorship program across Africa. Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier on, YPAD itself was set up when we noticed the need for youth inclusion, the inclusion of youth voice in decision-making and policy-making. And so we promote the inclusion of youth in agricultural systems and policy spaces, not only on the global level and the continental level, but then also on the national level, because our activities are more often than not run on the national level. Yeah, and so we have a typical example of YPAD Kenya having contributed to the formation of the youth in agribusiness strategy in the country. And we noticed that these developments, these arrangements actually open a way for groundbreaking policy reforms, which make youth able to thrive in agribusiness. And we've also been involved in the United Nations Food Systems Summit in recent times, where we convened youth. We have, because of the number of youth that we have in our network, we have a strong convening power, and we are able to actually gather and document the views and contributions of youth. And so these contributions in the UN SSS, as I mentioned, have also been included in the voice of the youth for onward action. Yes. So also, aside this, we also build the capacity. We build youth capacity and also share information with youth. These have to do with our trainings, agribusiness trainings, trainings on soft skills that we need to stand out in business, stand out in our workplaces. We provide these information for our youth, and we train them accordingly. And we share information not only on activities going on, but we also are able to share on funding opportunities, job opportunities, and on further education that has to do with the sector in which we deal. Yeah, and with all these, we also promote agriculture among young people. Yeah. In promoting agriculture, what we actually seek to do is to improve the mindset of youth with respect to agriculture. So we actually position.
Hi, Kofi. We stopped hearing you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and if you could take a few seconds to round up, there is more time in the breakout session to engage.
Okay, more time.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'll quickly move to who our members are. You find YPAD members in the universities, the research institutions, among young farmers, extension officers, farm organizations, private sector. We are kind of very well widespread over the sector in which we are. And that means you could also be a member of YPAD. Yeah, I would be sharing a link where you could register with us. Yes, drawing close to the end. My screen is, Yeah, okay. So these are the countries in which we can be found. We have 32 countries in Africa. And this is just to inform you of how we operate. Aside having global coordinators, we have the global director and the global coordinating unit. We have regional directors in Africa and Asia, LAC, and yeah, Europe as well. And we have country representatives who very often engage our members across the globe. Yeah, thank you very much. And your questions are welcome in the breakout session.
Thank you so much, Kofi. I can see somebody in the chat saying that he's already a member of YPAD. I hope that you are able to engage in the breakout session for your personal experiences at YPAD. So we're really pressed for time, so I would implore the next speaker, Aziz, to please help us to stick to time. So there is ample opportunity in the breakout session to provide more information. This really is a teaser and very short insight to get the participants to understand what your organization is about, and then gives them that information to engage in the breakout session and give you feedback and receive more insights as well. So Aziz, are you there? And are you able to speak?
Hi, Kofi. Can you please stop sharing your screen?
Okay, I can disable that on my end, and Aziz, you can share your screen. Thank you so much. So over to you.
All right, thank you, Ramat. I think I would have to make sure I keep to time. My name is Aziz Salau, founder of Community Action. Please, can you hear me? Community Action
Right on,
for
yes.
Security Initiative. Quickly, so I've been invited to speak to SMEs on how they can actually scale their agribusiness through associations and networks. A brief about our organizations and non-profits committed to small-scale farmers with SMEs on agri production down to consumption. And we work with small-scale farmers, we work with policymakers, we work with both government and non-government sector organizations, and we also work with young people. So talking about SMEs, that I want to believe that all the SMEs on this call are fully registered, because I think that is the first point of call, action. So it is actually very important for us to get our business registered. We all know that engaging young people engaging in agribusiness at the moment as an important strategy, especially for employment opportunities in Nigeria, where I come from, and also in Africa at large. But as we all know, that there are some hiccups, there are some challenges around that. To this end, value chain actors and developers have been implementing different interventions that facilitate youth evidence-based talking about policies that could help SMEs thrive and grow in everything they do. It is actually very important. So for this, so I'll just be sharing what our approach to some of our activities with the SMEs. So as an SMEs, for us, we preach three approaches, which is the community and innovation based approach, the sustainability approach, and also the value based approach. As an SME, as a business person, you should have that the networking skills. It is actually very important. You should look at new practices and technologies that could help you grow and also thrive in what you do, especially. And also the stability and availability is actually very important. So you don't start something today and see that okay, it is not thriving or it's not moving and you want to stop. No, you have to make up your mind to be very, very stable and available. So the motivation is just around knowledge sharing and creative economy, sustainable food and nutrition, vertical and horizontal cooperation, e-economy. This is actually kind of very, very deep, but then it is actually very, very deep. The whole thing about this community and innovation base is for you as an SME to learn the networking skills, know how to use the new practices, learn to know when you are going to maybe diverse or change maybe your scope of operation or something. So the other one is sustainability approach. It's actually very important for you to have that approach, so you won't start something and say you want to stop, or you are not going forward because maybe there are a lot of competition and all. It's actually very important for you to have that approach when scaling your business. And the good thing is that you can easily reach out to a lot of associations doing things around it. If you don't have the networking skills, if you don't know how to reach out to people, don't know how to join commodity associations, local food access markets. You also need to build yourself in terms of capacity building. Training is actually very important, and also you need to see how you can actually maximize what you're doing. For example, if you are maybe doing poultry or maybe fish, there are some waste products you say, oh, these things are waste. No, see how you can actually return them to maybe recycling, or maybe you can just gather it. For example, if you are maybe into cassava or something, cassava, when you peel cassava, the peel is also useful. So you just need to make sure that you are recycling, you are making sure you are, the waste management as package is actually there. This will help you grow sustainably. Also, the value-based approach is actually very important. Aggregation of production, logistics function. You need to know what that really entails, because when you know all these things, adding service, market and trading service, when you know all these things, it will really help you to actually scale your business. Because all these things, if you really don't know about it, of course, you're starting a business. Of course, you really maybe don't have maybe some knowledge, or you're not really grounded around it. That is why platforms like Nourish Africa, and also CITA, CYPAD, of course, what we also do with young people in Nigeria and also Africa is actually very important. So you need to make sure you have all these things in place, even if you don't have it yet, but pen it down to know that yes, this is our plan. This is maybe our strategy for the next 3 months or 6 months. It will guide you as you build and connect with people. And when you approach associations, you know that you're not approaching associations maybe to get something from them. Also, you are also bringing value on board as an SME, and it will really help you grow fast. And also, so as an SME, maybe you are in a community or in a state, try to link up with the local government authorities, the state government, even the national government. There, it's actually very important for you to show up with what you are doing, because policy is actually very important, especially for SMEs. It's actually very important for us to be part of the policy process to help really use skill, because all these things are going to be locally implemented. And once you are in the community, you are identified as an SME doing one particular thing in the agri value chain. It will be easy for them to identify with you, and also follow up with you. And from there, when you do, you also see how you can also bring other people on board. So in conclusion, the first one has to do with policy, embedded strategies toward a private sector. Yeah, as an SME, you need to identify where you want to be, and you need to see how you can actually work with other people in the sector. We have the non-profit, we have the profit sector, we have the youth, we have the private sector, we have the government and the policymakers. It's actually very important for you to know all these things. As an SME, you should learn to build your capacity strengthening to improve competitiveness in local, domestic, regional, and global markets. Also, engage private sector, like I also mentioned the other time. There are a lot of private organizations that are willing to help you grow. It's actually very important for you to engage them, to be able to find information on markets and standards, advice on strategies, and access to technology innovation, coupled with appropriate financing package. And the last one is just make sure you promote tools such as value chain analysis. When you are able to build yourself with all these skills, it will be easy for you as an SME to scale up. So it's one thing for you to have funding, it's another thing for you to have the capacity to also make use of the funding. It's another thing for you to have like the strategy on how you want to go about carrying out maybe maximizing the funding. And this is what people really don't know about. But then as you build up in your business, your SME, it will be good for you as you grow up. It will be good for you to point all these things and grow with it accordingly. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to engaging more during the other session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aziz. And I am really excited to learn about all of what you're doing. And in case you were wondering, Aziz is actually attending the UN Climate Change Conference, and hence his background. So you might have heard some background noises. Really excited about what you're doing in the landscape, and I hope that participants will engage in the breakout session to learn more about your work. So we will now move on to Dennis. Dennis, I hope you're there. Can you put on your video and your audio so we can see you? So Dennis is from the Young Farmers Federation of Uganda, and I'm sure it's going to address so many concerns that we have related to the East African countries. We have quite a number of East African participants here. So Dennis, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to share my screen. Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. I think you can see the screen. I'm very happy to be here. And I thank Nourishing Africa for organizing this meeting. Because of time, I'll be very fast to talk about our organization and what we do.
Hi, Dennis, if you could move the slide into, if you could move the presentation into slide mode so we can see it better. Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, yes, because of time, I'll do it very fast in order to catch up with time. And then I think you saved the last one as a unique one because this is an organization owned, run, and managed by farmers. It's not a project, it's not an international program, it's a localized national association for youth in agriculture. And my name, I'm a farmer myself, I'm Dennis, and with a mixed farm, but also I lead this organization, which is the apex body, but also I facilitate the youth committee for the World Farmers Organization, also based in Rome. What is the Young Farmers Federation of Uganda, and what do we stand for? It's an umbrella organization for young farmers between the age of 12 to 39 years of age in Uganda. We are the young wing for our National Farmers Federation. There's a farmers federation that is for the old farmers. And we have been in existence since 2016, and we operate countrywide with 66 member associations and 32,000 individuals. Who are our target? We target agro-based youth in rural areas. We target youth in schools and those out of school, but have also started to work. But why are we doing this? We want to see a holistically transformed young person in Uganda who is in agriculture, because our country its backbone is more on agriculture. So we want to see a holistically transformed youth in agribusiness. And we do this by continuously mobilizing and empowering youth in agriculture. What are our focus areas? The first one is about institutional development. We want to develop ourselves as young bodies. How do we formulate youth groups, youth associations across the country that can be strong advocates for our voice? Then the second one is, and the biggest role of a farmers associational network, is advocacy. We want to see that the young farmers' voices are heard locally, nationally, regionally, and globally. Then the third is to look at capacity building, where we try to impart technical, social, and soft skills to our members. Then the other one is for synergies and networks, where we want to build these strong relationships, because as an organization, we can't do everything, but we keep on referring our members to opportunities and all that. Then the last one are the services that are determined by our members, and in these services could include extension, marketing, agro-tourism, and all that. So we are a fully fledged organization working nationally in all parts of Uganda, and at least we have tentacles in most of the districts that are within Uganda, where we have these young farmers organizations. So that's the coverage. I will not go through it because you're not interested. Why did we formulate this young farmers network? The key things were to bring out the voice of youth and their interests, because this is important. It's a vulnerable group, a volatile one, but one that can have a lot of potential. Then the second one was to empower young leaders, especially those in the agriculture sector. Then the third was to formulate strong networks, so synergies and relationships, which are so much important for the young people. Then the other one is, we are all talking about rural-urban migration. The more we formulate these groupings at the lower level, at the district levels or at the village levels, we are trying to keep the traditions that are happening there and the rural areas active by having these strong group members there where they are having peer-to-peer exchanges. Then the other one was to educate and train our members, because it is important as young farmers to always get the skills that are key. But as we are doing this, young people need funds. So in whatever we do, we provide the fund that is necessary. We keep on involving all the young people that can be members, but also harnessing their creativity and innovation. We do a number of activities that could include meetings at national, regional, and local levels. We carry out workshops that build the capacity of our leaders and those are members. Advocacy and lobbying, especially on policy development, on position papers, is one of our key ingredients of our work. And this is done through organizing agribusiness national symposia, exhibitions to show that young people are doing something in agriculture. We do a lot of farmer-to-farmer exchanges and excursions at national and international level all the time. And every year, we try to expose our members to the countries around East Africa, but also even to Europe, where they go and do apprenticeship on different farms and organizations. We do networking and linking young farmers to information on markets and other off-farm activities. But one other key thing is that of informing the youth. So we do a lot of publications and newsletters and magazines as the young body to inform the country that there are young people who are doing something in agriculture. These are some of the pictorials for our activities. We reach out to schools to interest them that agriculture can be a highly dignifying and honorable job, which if one takes it seriously and in a business case. We do expose our members, as I've said, and we do a lot in sharing, as I've said, information in those areas. And we have some chance, but I will not go into those. So thank you so much. I'll end there because the 5 minutes are done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dennis, especially for keeping to time, and all of the insights that you have shared are really concise and extremely helpful. I find it very interesting that this is for farmers, by farmers, and run by farmers. And many of the impacts that you have had are simply amazing, especially when it comes to information sharing and actively and practically engaging your members. So thank you so much for sharing that. And to the participants, I would like to implore you that even though many of these associations are continent-wide or international, or even those that are localized, it's really important that we know who is on the continent, who is doing what on the continent. And peradventure, maybe as an SME, you want to expand your business, your market into Uganda, into Kenya, into Nigeria. If you're from Kenya, for example, then the association to reach out to for information, or even for connection to other SMEs that can help you to do particular activities that you would need. So it's really beneficial and extremely useful for you to be connected across board, even if you're not operational in that country. So I would check very quickly if Ikechukwu is on at the moment. I see his video is on, but I can't see him. Okay, I can see you now. So Ikechukwu, if you could just spend some 2 minutes, we're really pressed for time and I would really like us to go into the breakout sessions. This event is meant to close by 5:30 and I would love to keep the time. So if you could spend some 2 minutes to share some insights, that would be wonderful. And then we'll go rapidly into the breakout session where we can interact directly with the speakers. Over to you, Ikechukwu.
Okay, thank you very much, Ramat, for the opportunity, and to the rest of the Nourishing African team for putting up this meeting. So, and apologies to other participants for the glitch in the network earlier. Our brand, like has been mentioned earlier, addresses palm oil adulteration. And generally in our play in the value chain of palm oil, we have had to leverage certain partnerships to scale our operations. Our product is currently now in 6 cities across Nigeria, and that's largely due to distribution partnerships and several other partnerships that we have leveraged. Most importantly, the Nourishing Africa, I would like to say, is an encyclopedia for agribusiness, learning, and for networking as well. So I have gained several learning opportunities and funding opportunities as well since joining the hub. And it's been an amazing journey. So most recently, I did the ESP program. From the program, I was able to get some insights that has helped us to scale our operations. Currently, we are scaling operations by from 5,000 bottles monthly capacity to about 15,000 bottles monthly capacity within the last 8 months. So thanks to the Nourishing African Hub, we have also been able to network with other entrepreneurs in the space to share ideas, insights, and network to push the brand forward, and also to explore opportunities for synergy and partnerships as well. So it's been an amazing journey being with Nourishing African Hub. Thank you. And again, sorry for the breach in the communication earlier.
Thank you so much, Ikechukwu. I can see somebody's hand up. I hope if you have any question, please put it in the chat. For Nourishing Africa, please put it in the chat. But if it's for the speakers, we will open the breakout rooms now so that you can engage with them. And then when we come back, the floor is open for participants to contribute to the conversation right when we come back, but not now, just so we have some time to engage in the breakout session. And again, thank you so much, Ikechukwu. You've been an amazing member of the Nourishing Africa Hub, your contributions, your content, and we believe all the contributions are well appreciated. Thank you so much for being an awesome member. Now the breakout rooms are open. On your screen, you will see a prompt to join a breakout room of choice. So there are 4 breakout sessions for each of the speakers. If you have questions for them, you would like to contribute or receive further information about their organization, please join any breakout session of your choice. The first is YPAD with Kofi. The second is on community action for food security with Aziz. The third breakout session is on agribusiness and sustainable. That's IITA, that should be IITA. And the third is young farmers. IITA is Oluyemi, just to give you insights as to who the speaker is in case you've forgotten. And then the last is Young Farmers Association by Dennis. Again, the first breakout session is YPAD with Kofi. The second is CAFS with Aziz. The third is IITA with Oluyemi, and the fourth is Young Farmers Association with Dennis. So please click on the prompt on your screen and join any of the breakout sessions of your choice. Now, if you're unable to join, the breakout session is going to be for 15 minutes. So we hope that the conversations are rapid fire. You're able to get as much information as and then we can come back to all deliberate. But if you're unable to join on your own, please signify in the chat so that we can add you directly. Let us know which breakouts you want to join, and we can actually add you manually. So wishing us all a fantastic deliberation in the breakout sessions. Please feel free to engage, ask your questions, contribute. This is a networking platform as well as a learning opportunity. Okay, I see some already mentioning in the chat. We will add you accordingly. Welcome back, everyone. I trust we all had a great time in the breakout sessions. Thank you so much for wonderful contributions. Aziz, you're back. So thank you all so much for your wonderful contributions in the breakout sessions. I trust you had a very engaging time. And
very, very short time.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know, we understand that, for example, it is almost 8 p.m. in Kenya and Uganda. So people like Dennis need to, get back to their family.
It's actually dark here already in the
Exactly. So we want to keep to time and ensure that everybody gets value for their time. So very rapidly, we want to take feedback from the participants who have participated in the breakout sessions. So please give us, your key takeaways from the sessions and help others who weren't in your session to learn from what you have gained. So I'm going to call on participants very randomly. I hear that some particular participants were very responsive and engaging in the session. So I'm going to be calling on you to provide us with a summary going forward. So I would call on Mercy from breakout session 3 with Oluyemi. Mercy, if you're there and can hear me. I don't see Mercy actually. So maybe I'll move on to the next person. Is Mercy still in the breakout session? Okay, I'll move on to the next person. Let's see, for Sahid in breakout session 1 with YPAD, that's with Dennis. Sahid, please unmute and share with us the key takeaways from your session. Just 1 minute, we're really pressed for time.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. My name is Sahid, and I'm joining from Nigeria here. I learned about YPAD, which means young professionals for young professionals for agricultural development, rather. And it's a global organization. It's a global networking hub where people from different parts of the world can come together, to address issues related to agriculture. And they run a decentralized program where the program is location specific. The programs are usually tailored to the local needs of the people that are involved. But in a way, they also find a way to synergize on the global level. Also, to join this team, this organization, one can easily join the organization by showing interest through a registration on their website, and that would afford you the opportunity to join the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much for your conciseness. I think I have to appreciate you for that. Thank you for sharing those insights with us. And now I am going to call on the next person to share their key takeaways from breakout room 4, I think. So let me see. Mercy, I see a chat that is saying Mercy is still in the breakout session. Please, all breakout sessions have been closed, so possibly she has dropped off the entire session. So she should rejoin accordingly. So I'm going to call on Lamara from breakout session 4. Lamara, if you could share your key insights with us from your engagement with Dennis. And you can also share your video, Lamara.
Thank you very much, everyone. It has been a very wonderful session. And I had a question to ask, because pertaining our place here, we have land, we have a lot of things, but really how to teach people or to tell them that use this for that. They just want to plant like beans, these local things. But if you bring like productive things, they look at you and they're like, then what I gained was like the CEO told me that I really need a group of people who are willing, and then we build a strong group, and we can form also a platform where we will share our interest with people. We mobilize other youth, and we deal with majorly interested people, so that we advertise for what is good, and we really teach others, and we find out something good. So I've really learned it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lamara, for sharing that. We really hope that you can continue to engage and, of course, access various other resources. So Ikechukwu, you were in group 2. Can you provide us with some insights from your group?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to say that Aziz is a powerhouse and very accommodating too. So within seconds of joining the group, we already had very engaging conversation. So he spoke to the need for us to have more value addition in the agri-food systems, the need for collaboration, become members of associations, to also engage in policy dialogues, and also to build capacity, basically prioritizing learning to improve ourselves, to improve both knowledge base and network base and all that. So in all, I'd say he spoke to every facet of what an agribusiness needs to grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ikechukwu, and thank you so much, Aziz, for sharing all of those wonderful insights in the breakout session. I'm sure there's lots more where that came from. Okay, we'll go on to Mercy, last but not the least, definitely. Mercy, if you're there, please unmute and share with us some of the insights from your group.
Oh, okay, thank you, Madam Bramas. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so my question was actually on how someone can participate in terms of greenhouse technology, because my company is very much interested in that, and she actually gave the clarification and to follow them and probably send an email. So, and I want to also say it was a very insightful session. Thank you so much, and also for the main house. It's been really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mercy. I'm glad you had your question answered by the speaker. And again, a wonderful shout out, a big thank you to all the speakers for taking their time to join this call today. I know it's really a short one, so we hope that we can continue to engage on several other platforms beyond this platform. So thank you to the speakers, thank you to all the participants for your time. Very quickly, we're going to wrap up this discussion and update you on several next steps from Nourishing Africa. And the first is on the membership. So many of you have reached out to us. I see some on LinkedIn and even within the chat as to how you can become members. Very easy, just go to nourishingafrica.com/entrepreneurs/ become a member, and you will be able to sign up to join the Nourishing Africa community. Several exclusive benefits for existing and potential members. And this is on your screen to connect with several other entrepreneurs, access to funders, training, members only data, speaking opportunities. We nominate our members, we prioritize them for several nominations, awards, prizes, speaking engagements, and so forth. This is how you can join the Nourishing Africa Hub on your screen. We have to move the screen very rapidly because I know people want to get back to their families. So we're really excited to announce this members year-end gathering. And for all our members who are on the call, anticipate we're going to have a robust year-end gathering with all 1,000 plus members across the 36 African countries on the continent. This is going to be huge. This is going to be big with lots of fun. We're going to share success stories. We're going to have prizes and awards for the best engaged members. We're going to meet and interact across all the regions in Africa. This is for Wednesday 15th, and we're going to announce soon. We are the first set of people who are listening and hearing this for the first time. So watch our space, our social media, and other platforms for the formal announcements. Now we've built a community on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and you can join these communities. This is beyond agri-SMEs. It includes agri-food enthusiasts, agri-food experts, people who have a vested interest in transforming the African agricultural landscape, even with funders, investors, and what have you. This community is going to be big. We've just created it, and we have people already clamoring, of course, to be able to join this community and be a part of it. So watch out, we have amazing content up there for you, and you can join the community using the link in the chat. You can also follow us on several social media platforms and subscribe to our newsletters to continue to receive so many opportunities that you might not be aware of in the landscape, to connect with various experts like Aziz, like Dennis, like Oluyemi, and the rest of them, and to be able to access so many other resources and tools in the landscape. And last but not the least, you can give us your feedback. We really want your feedback about this event. It is through feedback that we are able to design new programs, design new events, new festers, podcasts, new opportunities to bring your way. So please use the link in the chat to provide us with your feedback. And finally, I think we've come to that part that I love the most about First Thursdays, pictures. So now you can share your video and let's take a photo for the gram. I really am particular about this one because I'm a photo person. So please share your video and we will take a photo. And also please drop your social media handle in the chat so that we can tag you when we post this on social media. Drop your social media handle and put on your videos so we can take the photos. My colleague will do the honors of putting all of us together. Yes, I'm seeing quite a few people. Are we good to go? Jane, can you help us? I love the smiling faces. Thank you all so much for sharing your videos and your, yeah, Mercy, I see you. You're on my screen. How come you're so big on my screen? Thank you all so much. And we really appreciate your time and the contributions today. It's been wonderful meeting and connecting with all of you. Till we see you at next First Thursdays. Stay well, be well, keep learning, keep growing your businesses, keep putting yourselves out there. We're rooting for you, we're cheering you on, and we definitely hope to see you at the top. Bye-bye and have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
All right, bye everyone. Thank you.